residential, commercial, or restoration construction you need, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651. And by the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, comprehensive chiropractic care for the whole family. Call 785-242-4100 for an appointment. Now, for a preview of Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball, here's Gary Bateman.
And good morning, everyone. It's time for American Legion Baseball action. We welcome you to the Wise Guys Construction Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic pregame show. Finals of the losers bracket of this state AAA American Legion Baseball tournament as the Ottawa Arrows get set to take on the Hayes Eagles in a rematch of the first round game from Wednesday evening, won by Hayes 7-4. Winner of this ball game will play in the first championship game, and that's scheduled about 30 minutes after this game, with the winner of that championship game, if it's Ottawa or Hayes for that matter, it will force a second championship game tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. The winner of the winner's bracket, the Great Bend Chiefs, awaits the winner of this contest. And we'll be back to talk a little bit about these two teams after this. You're listening to the Wise Guys Construction Ottawa Chiropractic pregame show on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No. You're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
Fall is fast approaching, and it's time to book your sports physical with Ottawa Chiropractic. To make it even easier, Ottawa Chiropractic has set aside special days at a very special $25 price. Even better, for every sports physical performed, Ottawa Chiropractic will make a donation to your school's booster club. Call Ottawa Chiropractic today, 785-242-4100, or visit ottawachiropractic.com. Ottawa Chiropractic is a proud supporter of the Ottawa American Legion Baseball Organization, and they wish luck to the Arrows as they attempt to three-peat as AAA state champions.
Back here on the Wise Guys Construction Ottawa Chiropractic Arrows pregame show. Ottawa trying to get some revenge on the Hayes Eagles, who beat them on Wednesday night 7-4. In that ball game, Ottawa jumped out to a 4-1 lead at the end of 3 innings, but then gave up 5 runs to the Eagles in the 4th inning, and Hayes staving off Ottawa threats. They got double plays in both the 6th and 7th innings. Ottawa hit several balls very, very hard and had nothing to show for it. They had 3 lineouts to shortstop, including a double play in the 7th inning. They also hit a couple of balls that glanced off of the pitcher's glove and or leg and rolled to infielders for putouts. Just not Ottawa's night on Wednesday night, and hopefully that will be a little bit different here this morning as Johnny Nash will face up against Palmer Hutchison in this big ball game. Hayes last night fell to Great Bend 10-7, and really it was a game of missed opportunities for the Eagles. They left the bases loaded in a couple of different innings, had the lead at 7-6, but then Great Bend jumped back on top in the last couple innings. Hayes just couldn't get anything going offensively, and they fell into the losers bracket. And we'll be back to take a look at the starting lineups for this morning's ball game. After this, you're listening to the Wise Guys Construction Ottawa Chiropractic pregame show here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
When Ottawa Family Physicians chose to construct their new Ottawa Care Clinic inside Costantino's Price Chopper, they turned to Wise Guys Construction. Dr. John Gollier.
We knew they were reliable. Their reputation's excellent. I've known Jason and Bill for a long time, and I trusted them to do a good job. They've worked with our staff and kept our hassles to a minimum. No, I would have absolutely no hesitation recommending Wise Guys Construction.
For commercial or residential construction, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction, 785-229-5651.
Fall is fast approaching, and it's time to book your sports physical with Ottawa Chiropractic. To make it even easier, Ottawa Chiropractic has set aside special days at a very special $25 $25 price. Even better, for every sports physical performed, Ottawa Chiropractic will make a donation to your school's booster club. Call Ottawa Chiropractic today, 785-242-4100, or visit ottawachiropractic.com. Ottawa Chiropractic is a proud supporter of the Ottawa American Legion Baseball Organization, and they wish luck to the Arrows as they attempt to three-peat as AAA state champions.
Back here on the Wise Guys Construction Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic pregame show. Take a look at today's starting lineups. First of all, for the Eagles, who will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. Leading off and playing at second base will be Brady Kreitzer. Batting second in left field, Trey Riggs. Pitching and batting third is Palmer Hutchison. The first baseman, Grant Kaufman, bats fourth. Batting fifth, playing in center field, Cole Murphy. Third baseman, Brett Herman, bats sixth. Hitting seventh, doing the catching, Dawson Harmon. Remington Cox will play shortstop, and he'll bat eighth. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Jace Armstrong. So for Hayes, it'll be Kreitzer, Riggs, and Hutchison. Kaufman, Murphy, Herman, Harmon, Cox, and Armstrong. For Ottawa, leading off playing center field, Jared Peretti. Batting second, the catcher, Trevor Bain. Hitting third, playing in left field, Trenton Ferguson. Donovan Sudi, the third baseman, will bat fourth. Hitting fifth and playing shortstop, Dalton Rankin. Second baseman, Owen Lamar, bats sixth. Hitting seventh and playing first base, Brock Huddleston. Designated hitter, Grant Maxwell, will bat eighth. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Keegan Finch. For Ottawa, Peretti, Bain, Ferguson, Sudi, Rankin, Lamar, Huddleston, Maxwell, and Finch, with Johnny Nash on the mound. Pleasant morning for baseball. Temperatures in the low to mid-70s. Wind today appears to be switching just a little bit and blowing from the right field foul pole to the left field foul pole. Harvey Drake Field, as you all know, symmetrical in the fact that it's 320 feet down the lines, both in left and right, and 360 feet to dead center field. If you are looking for something to do here this morning, come on out to the ballpark and enjoy some baseball action. Support this American Legion baseball program. It takes a lot of work and a lot of money to put one of these tournaments on, and the committee has done a good job here this week of putting this tournament on, despite some things that have happened kind of out of their control. So that's going to do it for our Wise Guys Construction Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic Arrows pregame show, and we'll be back with more here from Harvey Drake Field after this. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Thank you for listening to the Post 60 Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball pregame show, brought to you by Wise Guys Construction and the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic. First pitch is coming up next. Scott Schultz of Comfort Care Homes on the renovation of their facility in Ottawa, completed by Wise Guys Construction.
Bill and Jason managed the project. They basically handled all the external communication with all the different parties, and it was a very smooth process. I was extremely satisfied. We've received nothing but compliments on the home, and just really glad to have them involved. I think Wise Guys is one of the leading construction firms in Ottawa.
Be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction, 785-229-5651. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, brings you this broadcast of the Ottawa Arrows American Legion baseball team, live from the AAA State Tournament in Ottawa. Brought to you by the Kansas State Bank, Ottawa Recreation Commission, Croucher Abstract and Title, Wise Guys Construction, and the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic. Now let's rejoin KOFO Sports Director Gary Bateman for Ottawa Arrows Baseball.
And back here at Harvey Drake Field, or Lescock Sports Complex in Ottawa. Legion sportsmanship code being administered to the players and umpires before this morning's ball game by Legion official Steve Queen. Losers bracket final. Winner will move on to play Great Bend a little bit later on this afternoon, and then possibly an if necessary game on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. national anthem here before today's ball game. Ottawa and Hayes again played on Wednesday night. That was the final game of the first round. Arrows jumped out 4-1 for Hayes. Got 6 unanswered runs to take the win. After that, the Eagles in the winner's bracket defeated Oskaloosa and moved into the finals of the winner's bracket, where they lost last night to the Great Bend Chiefs. Umpires going over ground rules at home plate with the coaches for the two teams. Just a really nice morning for baseball. Really couldn't ask for better weather here this week, except for the rain that kind of slowed things up there on that first day, or the second day, I should say. And that's what you hope for in a situation like this. You don't want the 100-degree weather. You really don't want the heavy winds. Now, the winds have been blowing pretty steadily throughout this tournament, but they have not been the gale force winds that sometimes blow out to left field on this diamond during this time of the year. So that's certainly a plus. Meeting at home plate has completed, and the Arrows take the field. Let's set them for you defensively. In left field this morning, it'll be Trenton Ferguson. Center fielder is Jared Peretti. And out in right, Keegan Finch. Donovan Studi is the third baseman. Shortstop, Dalton Rankin. Owen Lamar is at second base, and at first, Brock Huddleston. Doing the catching, Trevor Boehm, and on the mound, it's right-hander Johnny Nash, appearing for the 8th time this season. His record is 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 save, an earned run average of 3.44. In 20 1/3 innings, he's allowed 17 hits, 15 runs, 10 earned. He has walked 13, and he has struck out 29. Johnny hasn't seen a lot of action here of late. I believe his last action was at the Fike tournament. Came on in relief in the final game of that tournament that Ottawa played against the host team Fike. So that's back now about 2.5 weeks ago, or actually 3 weeks ago. So you can look at it a couple of ways. He's certainly well rested. Problem may be he might be a little rusty. Arrows will hope neither of those two is an effect on this ball game. Sometimes a little bit too much rest is not necessarily a good thing. There's the throw to second base, and we're set for some baseball here. Hayes will send to the plate Brady Kreitzer, Trey Riggs, and Palmer Hutchison here in the first. Brady Kreitzer went 2 for 4 against Ottawa the other night. Right-handed batter. And the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball low. Low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Called strike, 2-1. Ottawa outfield playing straight away. Medium depth. Line drive into right, but Keegan Finch is right there, and he makes the catch, 1 away. So Kreitzer tried to go opposite way, but ball got caught up in the wind, and Finch was able to get there. 1 away. Now Trey Riggs, the left fielder. Trey Riggs 1 for 2 against the Arrows on Wednesday night. Eagles had 10 hits in that ball game. Pitch from Nash is a called strike. Missed a little bit outside, 1-1. Strike two, hit the inside corner. And Nash ahead of Riggs, a ball and 2 strikes. Way inside, almost hit him. 2-2. Breaking ball, missed low and outside, and a full count. Three-two to Riggs. Inside, ball 4, so a 1-out walk.
Now batting Braves, the pitcher, number 3, Palmer Hutchison.
Palmer Hutchison will be the batter. Hutchison played shortstop the other night against Ottawa, made a couple of nice plays. Also went 2 for 3 at the plate. This Hayes team is a young team, but they're a good ball club. Nash's pitch is popped up foul. This one will drift out of play. Riggs, the runner at first base. 1 out here in the top of the first. Another foul ball by Hutchison. It's 0-2. Wind really cannot make up its mind which direction it's going from. Now appears to be blowing in from center field. Nash will step off the rubber. Hutchison back in. 0-2 pitch. Reaching forward, he fouls it off. Hutchison steps out. Now back in. Slightly open stance. And another 2-strike pitch. The runner goes. Pitch is high. Bame's throw to second is offline. And they still got him. Wow, Rankin made quite a tag right there. That throw was to the right field side of the bag. Rankin caught it, swiped the tag, and they catch Riggs stealing. So 2 out, nobody on. 1-2 the count to Hutchison. Nash back to the full wind now. Ground ball to the shortstop. Rankin has it. And the throw in time, and Hayes retired here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of a half inning of play, it's Hayes nothing, and Ottawa coming to bat. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Your locally owned abstract and title company in Franklin County is Croucher Abstract and Title. Located in the heart of downtown Ottawa, Rod Croucher and his staff are available to serve your abstract and title needs. Stop in today and see them at 324 South Main or call 785-242-3281. Croucher Abstract and Title Company is a proud supporter of area student athletes and wishes the Ottawa Arrows baseball team the best in their pursuit of a 3rd straight state championship.
Arrows come to bat here in the bottom of the first. They'll send to the plate Peretti, Bame, and Ferguson. Defensively for the Eagles, in left field, Trey Riggs. Center fielders Cole Murphy, and out and right, Jace Armstrong. Brett Herman is the 3rd baseman. Remington Cox plays shortstop today. Brady Kreitzer is at 2nd, and at first base, Grant Kaufman. Dawson Harmon is behind the plate, and right-hander Palmer Hutchison on the hill for the Hayes Eagles. Coaching at third base for the Arrows will be Brian Long, and Nathan Roth will be over at first base here this morning. Ottawa's played 4 games in this tournament now, have not scored more than 5 runs in any ball game. They had 4 against Hayes Wednesday, and then 5 in each of the 3 games Thursday and Friday. They've gotten outstanding pitching since that first ball game. Jared Perney last night, no earned runs, struck out 9 against a good hitting Chanute team. And Perney will lead things off for the Arrows here in the bottom half of the first. Jared hitting .359 on the season with 2 home runs and 21 runs batted in. He is 4 for 13 in the tournament. Right-handed batter, the pitch from Hutchison. Strike called. A 1 pitch, popped it up, shallow center. Shortstop just in front of the outfield grass actually makes the play. And there's 1 out. Now Trevor Boehm hitting .527. No homers, 28 runs batted in. He's 5 for 11 in this tournament. Boehm 1 for 3 against Hayes the other night. Pitch up and in to Boehm, 1 ball, no strikes. Line foul past third. One out, nobody on here in the bottom of the first. Boehm bunts up the first baseline. Hutchison will field, throw in time. So 2 outs, nobody on for Trenton Ferguson. Trenton 488 on the year, 6 homers, 44 runs batted in. 6 for 13 in the 4 games played so far for the Arrows. He was 2 for 3 against Hayes on Wednesday. Breaking ball is low. High and outside, fastball 2-0. Line drive, base hit left field for Ferguson. So the Arrows have their first hit and first base runner. That'll bring to the plate Donovan Sudi. Sudi 425 on the year, 6 homers, 43 runs batted in. In this tournament, he is 3 for 14. Ottawa would really like to get him untracked here this morning. Seems to be hitting everything to right field right now. This one hit down the line at third. It's a foul ball. Ferguson, runner at first base with excellent speed, 22 stolen bases. He inches away over there. 0-1 to Sudi. Off-speed pitch is high, 1-1. Sudi hitless against Hayes on Wednesday. Pitch down low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Stretch. Next pitch. That ball hit in the air to center. Going back on it, Murphy still retreating and now has it under control and makes the catch to retire the side. Pretty good ride by Sudi, but into the teeth of the wind. He's out, and so is Ottawa here in the first. No runs, one hit, one left on base. At the end of one inning, the score is Ottawa nothing and Hayes nothing. We'll be back after this. This is Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Being your local hometown chiropractic clinic for over 50 years lends itself to being a longtime supporter of the area sports teams, including the Ottawa American Legion baseball team. Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic wishes this year's squad the best as they work toward the result they want, a third straight state championship. When you want results in reducing your pain and improving your overall wellness with traditional chiropractic care, call on the experienced team of Dr. Mike Hyatt and Dr. Sherry Jung at the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, 15th and Main in Ottawa, 242-4001, or visit ottawachiropractic.com.
For Hayes here in the top half of the second, Grant Kaufman will lead things off, then Cole Murphy and Brett Herman. Johnny Nash walked a man with one out, but he was cut down by Trevor Bain trying to steal. Grant Kaufman will lead things off for the Eagles. Kaufman had the big blow in the game on Wednesday night. It was a 2-run double in that 5-run fourth inning. Went 1 for 3. Johnny Nash's pitch to him is a little bit outside. Foul back to the screen, and 1-1 to Kaufman. Grant Kaufman threw a complete game last night against Great Bend. Gave up 10 runs, but stayed under the 120 pitch count. Fastball high. In fact, Hayes has had 3 complete games by their pitchers, and that's what you need in a tournament like this whenever possible. Nash with a breaking ball, and it hits the outside corner, 2-2. That one's about a 50-foot pitch. Looked like Johnny stuck his spikes as he planted. Ball 3, full count now to Kaufman. And ball 4 inside. Leadoff walk puts Kaufman at first, and the batter is Cole Murphy. Murphy went 1 for 4 against Ottawa in the game played Wednesday night. Right-handed batter. Stretched by Nash, and his pitch missed away. Kaufman a safe lead over at first. Huddleston at the bag. Inside corner, 1-1 to Murphy. Now the wind has switched back around again. Somewhat blowing in from right field, it appears. Over but low, 2-1. Check of the runner. 2-1 pitch. That's low. So Nash struggling a bit with his control here. 3-1. The count to Murphy. And it's high, and 2 on, nobody out.
Now batting for the Eagles. Third baseman number 5, Brett.
Catcher Trevor Bain will go out to have a word with Nash. Arrows, as far as pitching is concerned, without Ferguson, Peretti, Finch, and Crowley. Huddleston, who worked on Wednesday, can come back today. Here's Brett Herman in a bunt situation here. Pops it up, foul, and out of play. You have to assume this is going to be a pitcher's duel, even though you're getting down a little bit in the pitching staff. Stretched by Nash, 0-1 pitch, and the pitch is high as Herman showed bunt and then pulled the bat back. Long look at second, the 1-1 pitch. Butted in the air, diving try by Nash. He can't come up with it. Throws to first and out at first. Now throw back to third base and out at third as the man at second, Kaufman, thought the ball had been caught. So it's a double play. You will never see that in the scorebook again, I guarantee you. The 1-3-5 double play. Nash with a great effort to try to catch that ball on the fly. Kaufman couldn't see it.
The catcher, number 2, Harmon.
And the throw to first base just in time to get Herman, and then Huddleston over to third base to retire Kaufman. Here is Dawson Harmon, that pitch behind him. 1 ball, no strikes. So a runner at second base, 2 out now. Called strike on the inside corner. Check of the runner at second. Next pitch. Fly ball, shallow right that has a chance to drop. Over Lamar, over, he drops it. And here comes the runner around third to score. Lamar was able to get there but couldn't hang on.
Now batting for Hayes. First up, number 9.
It'll be a single and an RBI for Harmon. And Hayes leads 1-0. Wow, tough luck right there for the Arrows. And frankly, Hayes did that a lot the other night. Several dribs and drabs that hurt the Arrows. There's a pitch outside. Runner goes. Throw to second, not in time, and Harmon steals it. Harmon stole that base on Johnny Nash. He got a huge jump. Remington Cox did not play against Ottawa in the game on the first day of the tournament. Stretch. Next pitch. Breaking ball over, strike one. One pitch, fouled off down the right field line by Cox. So the walks do end up hurting Ottawa. It looked like they might get out of it after the strange double play. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Boehm knocks it down. He'll throw to first, and the side is retired. But Hayes takes the lead, 1 run, 1 hit, no Ottawa errors, 1 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second. The score is now Hayes 1, Ottawa 0, and we'll return after this. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Your locally owned abstract and title company in Franklin County is Croucher Abstract and Title. Located in the heart of downtown Ottawa, Rod Croucher and his staff are available to serve your abstract and title needs. Stop in today and see them at 324 South Main or call 785-242-3281. Croucher Abstract and Title Company is a proud supporter of area student athletes and wishes the Ottawa Arrows baseball team the best in their pursuit of a third straight state championship.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Arrows down a run as they bat in the second. Dalton Rankin will lead things off, then Owen Lamar and Brock Huddleston. Well, a rather strange top half of this inning. 2 walks to start things off, then a bunt attempt that was in the air. Johnny Nash came diving in, couldn't catch it on the fly, managed to get it to first base in time for the out, but the man at second base didn't realize the ball hadn't been caught. He had stayed at second, and they were able to retire him at third. Then a little blooper into shallow right field that Owen Lamar made a good attempt, got to the ball, but couldn't hang on. And Hayes with a 1-0 lead. Dalton Rankin will lead things off. Dalton, a .333 batting average, 2 homers, 27 runs batted in. Dalton in the tournament is 3 for 10. Long drive left field. Going back, and just watching it sail out of here was a left fielder. That's a home run, Dalton Rankin, his 3rd of the year. Well, that ball was tagged. The wind wasn't really helping it, except maybe pushing it slightly toward the line. And the Arrows on the board.
Now batting for Ottawa, second base number 21,
20th home run of the season for the Arrows. Here's Owen Lamar hitting .447, no homers, 25 RBI. 2 for 9 in the tournament. Popped it up. Here, the second base bag. Who wants it? It'll be the shortstop, Cox, and he makes an over-the-shoulder catch.
now batting.
1 out, nobody on for Brock Huddleston.
Number 21, Brock Huddleston.
Brock, .297 on the year, a homer, 18 RBIs, 3 for 9 in the tournament. Big 2-run single in last night's win over Chanute. Pitch to him is low. Arrows have tied it up here in the bottom of the second on the home run by Dalton Rankin. Fouled out of play, 1-1 to Huddleston. Hutchison ready, the 1-1 pitch. Down low. Two-one on the way. Line drive, that is a base hit. It is knocked down by Kreitzer. He recovers, he throws to first, and he still got Brock Huddleston. Kreitzer, with a dive to his right, was able to knock it down. It rolled a few feet away from him and was still able to throw out Huddleston. 2 outs, and now Grant Maxwell will be the hitter. Grant hitting .295, no homers, 15 runs batted in. Hits this one to right field. That one's well struck. Going back on it and getting there to make the play is Armstrong. Maxwell gave it a pretty good ride, but he's out to right. Ottawa with a run in the second, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left at the end of 2. It's Ottawa 1, Hayes 1, and we'll return after this. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Try explaining the way we do things in Kansas to someone from New York or Boston. They'll look at you as if you lost your mind. So why would you trust your money with a financial institution that not only doesn't understand our lifestyle, but doesn't care? Luckily for us, there's Kansas State Bank. Community people you know. Kansas State Bank can handle all your banking needs. Checking, savings, and retirement accounts, Visa check cards, and so much more. Call 785-242-3600 and talk to an authentic Kansan today. Kansas State Bank, proud supporter of Ottawa American Legion Baseball as the Arrows head for their third straight AAA state championship.
2 innings in the books, a 1-1 tie for Hayes here in the third. It'll be Jace Armstrong, Brady Kreitzer, and Trey Riggs. Winner plays the Great Bend Chiefs 30 minutes after the end of this ball game. First championship game. Chiefs need just 1 win. Whoever comes out of the loser's bracket must win twice. Jace Armstrong, the leadoff batter. Hits from the right side. Armstrong had a couple of hits against Ottawa on Wednesday evening. Pitch is outside and low. Just low and away, 2-0. Johnny Nash's control not as sharp as he would like. Strike called, 2-1. Next delivery, swing and a miss. That pitch up around the letters, and Armstrong came up empty, 2-2. He asks now for time. Right-hander ready, and the 2-2 pitch. Way inside. That runs the count full. Ground ball up the middle, fielded near the bag at second by Rankin, and a throw in time, 1 down. Back to the top of the order, Brady Kreitzer. Kreitzer flied out to the right fielder his first time up. Nash's pitch. Right through there, strike called. Brady Kreitzer stands quite a bit off the plate. Strike 2 on the outside corner. That was really a pitch that Kreitzer probably couldn't have hit if he swung. And it wasn't because it wasn't a strike. 0-2 delivery. Fly ball center field. Going back on it to his right, Perenni. He's got it, 2 down. Now Trey Riggs, who walked and was cut down trying to steal back in the first. Breaking ball, missed low and outside. Fouled off over by the third base dugout, 1-1. 1-1 tie, top of the third. 2 outs, no one on base. Foul ball out of play. A ball and 2 strikes to Riggs. That ball hit in his right field, or center field rather, is Peretti to make the play. And a 1-2-3 third worked by Nash. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. Ottawa 1, Hayes 1. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Your locally owned abstract and title company in Franklin County is Croucher Abstract and Title. Located in the heart of downtown Ottawa, Rod Croucher and his staff are available to serve your abstract and title needs. Stop in today and see them at 324 South Main or call 785-242-3281. Croucher Abstract and Title Company is a proud supporter of area student athletes and wishes the Ottawa Arrows baseball team the best in their pursuit of a third straight state championship.
Arrows bat, bottom of the third. Keegan Finch will lead things off. Then back to the top of the order for Jared Perenni and Trevor Boehm. Ottawa with a couple of hits. Single by Ferguson in the first, and the solo home run by Rankin in the second. Palmer Hutchison's thrown only 19 pitches in 2 innings of work. He has been throwing strikes. Hayes won championships in 2012 and 2013. Then after Pittsburgh won in 14, Arrows have taken the last 2. So these two teams both trying to win a third championship in Ottawa's case, third in 3 years, Hayes third in 6 years. Keegan Finch, 327 on the year, 2 homers, 27 runs batted in. Takes a pitch on the inside corner, strike one. Same place, strike two called. Fastball low. One-two to Finch. Ground ball past the mound, and it's on into center field, base hit. Cox made a dive, but couldn't get there. And Finch is on with nobody out. Back to the top of the order, Jared Perenni. Perenni popped out to the shortstop back in the first. Hit number 3 for the Arrows. Perenni shows bunt, takes low. Ryan Long threw signs in the third base coach's box. Spencer Hawkins, by the way, is now over coaching at first base for the Arrows. Bunt down. Hutchison's play will be first, and Perenni out with Finch taking second. So the sacrifice works. 1 out for Trevor Boehm. Boehm laid down a sacrifice, or tried to bunt rather, and was thrown out first, pitcher to first back in the first inning. He was actually bunting for a base hit. Harmon went out briefly to talk to Hutchison. Pitch to Boehm. Breaking ball outside. Finch gets his lead out at second. Inside, 2-0. Up too high, 3 balls, no strikes to the Ottawa catcher. Runner at second, 1 out. And ball 4 low and outside. So the first walk issued by Hutchison puts runners at first and second for Trenton Ferguson. Ferguson, a line single to left his first time up.
Number 35, Trenton Ferguson.
Good speed on the base paths for the Arrows. Hutchison's pitch is low. 1-0 to Ferguson. That's low, 2-0. So he's missed with 6 in a row now. Let's see if Ferguson's swinging 2-0. He is, and he fouls it back to the screen. Keegan Finch out at second. Trevor Boehm at first. 1 out. 1-1 tie, bottom half of the third inning. That ball is hit sharply and caught by the third baseman, and a double up as Boehm too aggressive on the base paths, and it's a line drive double play. So the threat comes up empty for Ottawa in the third. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Played 3. It's Ottawa 1, Hayes 1. And we'll return after this. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
You know Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa as the premier residential and commercial construction company. But did you know they also provide full repair for fire and flood restoration? Here's Bill Crowley, owner of Wise Guys Construction.
We offer full turnkey services from cleaning and drying to the repairs of your project. We're an insurance preferred contractor. When disaster strikes, experience matters.
When it comes to your residential, commercial, or restoration needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, 785-229-5651.
1-1 tie heading to the fourth. 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Hayes, Hutchison, Kaufman, and Murphy. Ottawa continues to hit in hard luck against the Hayes Eagles. Their line drive double play. Now that one's actually a product of the base running of Boehm, who is always aggressive on the base paths, and he had taken off for second and was halfway there when the ball was caught by Herman, the third baseman. Palmer Hutchison will lead things off for the Eagles.
Leading off. It's on the fourth inning.
He grounded out to the shortstop back in the first inning.
Number 3, Palmer Hutchison.
Johnny Nash, 49 pitches through 3 innings of work. First pitch hitting, and he hits it to center. Drifting to his right is Perenni. He's got it. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that is 3 consecutive putouts by the Arrows center fielder. 1 away for Grant Kaufman, who walked in the second. Big right-handed batter, slightly open stance, actually pretty much exaggerated open stance, and he takes a strike from Nash. A 1 delivery, missed low and outside. Hayes a run in the second. Ottawa got their run in the second. 1-1 pitch. That one got away from Nash, up over the head of Kaufman. 2 balls, 1 strike. Well thrown fastball. Hit the inside corner, 2-2. Fouled it off, back over the screen. One out, nobody on. Top half of the fourth and a 1-1 tie. Kaufman asks for time and is granted. Nash ready, and the 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball back to the screen. Next pitch, fly ball down the line and right. As a long run for Keegan Finch, he won't catch up with it. It falls in foul territory. So a battle going on here between Nash and Kaufman. Nash shakes off a sign, now ready. Slow breaking ball, struck him out swinging. Second strikeout for Nash, 2 outs. Here's Cole Murphy. Murphy walked and scored in the second. Tall right-handed batter. Nash ready, and his pitch. Called strike with a fastball. Here's the 0-1. Curve swung on and missed. Oh, 2 to Murphy. Down low. I am a baseball purist. Boehm had taken about 10 steps toward the dugout thinking that was strike 3. And I believe you just don't do that. You run the risk of not getting the next call, too, if you try to show that umpire up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Catcher always has to remember that he's not making the calls. Slow hit ground ball, cut off by the third baseman on the bare hand, and Sudi throws out Murphy to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, and the Hayes 4th. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Ottawa 1, Hayes 1. Back after this, you're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Your locally owned abstract and title company in Franklin County is Croucher Abstract and Title. Located in the heart of downtown Ottawa, Rod Croucher and his staff are available to serve your abstract and title needs. Stop in today and see them at 324 South Main or call 785-242-3281. Croucher Abstract and Title Company is a proud supporter of area student athletes and wishes the Ottawa Arrows baseball team the best in their pursuit of a 3rd straight state championship.
Arrows have the middle third of the order up here in the 4th. Sudi, Rankin, and Lamar. Big flag out in center field. Now blowing out of the southeast, so that means it's blowing across the field from right to left. It has not really been able to make up its mind here today. We thought for a while blowing in from center, then blowing in from right. Now switching just a little bit out of the south. Donnie Sudi flied out to deep center field his first time up. Pitch from Palmer Hutchison is a breaking ball low and outside. Fastball low, 2-0. Up too high. 3 balls, no strikes to Sudi, who doesn't walk much, just 4 times in over 100 plate appearances. Right through there, Sudi was taking. Hutchison's 3-1 offering. Line to center field. Coming on is Murphy. He'll make the play. One out, nobody on for Dalton Rankin. Rankin a home run to left to tie the ball game back in the bottom of the second. And this one hits him. And you have to kind of wonder if maybe that was maybe a little calling card there, although you don't do that in a tie ball game in the fourth. But Hutchison had not shown that type of lack of control at all here today. Brian Long talking to the home plate umpire, and I think he really wants a warning.
Second baseman, number 28. Oh, what's the ball?
Still talking things over with that home plate umpire. This discussion a little bit heated now, and Coach Long really needs to just take the fact that he's got a runner on base and go with it. Again, this is a tie ball game. If it was a 7-run game or something like that, it'd be a completely different story. You don't want your player ever plunked like that, but can't really afford to retaliate. Here's Owen Lamar. Owen popped out to the shortstop his first time up. Outside to Lamar, 1-0. Outside corner, 1-1. Rankin at first base, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning in a 1-1 tie. Popped up, foul and out of play. Stretch by Hutchison. 1-2 pitch. Slow breaking ball outside. Rankin safe lead at first. 2-2 to Lamar. Low and away. Three-two pitch. Ball 4 low. No, strike 3 called. Late call by the umpire. And Lamar out on strikes. 2 outs. And the batter, Brock Huddleston, who was thrown out by the second baseman, Kreitzer, his first time up. Runner goes, pitches low to throw to second base, won't be in time. Rankin with his 15th stolen base on the year. He's in scoring position now with 2 outs. Fly ball into right, long run for Armstrong, but he'll get there, and he dropped the ball. There comes Rankin around third, trying to score. He'll make it, and there goes Huddleston to second as the ball gets away from the catcher. Armstrong got there and just dropped the ball.
Now batting for Ottawa.
So the Arrows take the lead. 2 errors on the play, and Huddleston at second base. The batter, Grant Maxwell, who flied to pretty deep right field his first time up. So the Arrows get a big break right there. Stretch. Pitch to Maxwell. Outside. Hutchison's 1-0 delivery. Up above the letters, 2-0. Moved him off the plate. 3 balls, no strikes. Keegan Finch in the on-deck circle. And in there for a strike. Maxwell is taking on 3-0. Strike 2 called. Full count. Ball 4, low and outside. Maxwell hesitated. He didn't want to get rung up. And the umpire said it was indeed low and outside. Now time called, and now the umpire going over and saying something to the Hayes bench. And it may be layoff on the balls and strikes. Finch a single up the middle his first time up. Pitch over but low. And somebody just got tossed. Somebody in the Hayes dugout just got ejected. And let's see here. That's one of the Hayes coaches, it appears. Well, you hate to see that under any circumstances. This inning has had its share of controversy. First of all, Rankin with 1 out, hit by a pitch, and while maybe not intentional, it was certainly out of character for the way that Hutchison had been throwing. Then Lamar was called out on strikes on a close pitch. Here's the 1-0 to Finch. That ball is hit to the third baseman. He'll step on the bag to retire Huddleston and end the inning. Ottawa takes the lead. They get a run on no hits. 2 Hayes errors, 2 left on base. At the end of 4 innings of play, it's Ottawa 2 and Hayes 1. We're back after this. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Whether you're building or remodeling, you want your project to be unique to you. Eric Crowley of Advantage Electric can help.
Something recently we've started is custom lighting. Making custom lights, I've noticed it's a new trend. Not everybody wants the big, box light fixtures that you can buy. Everybody's looking for something eclectic nowadays and new and a conversation piece.
Your ideas come to life.
Anything and everything that you could think of that you could possibly make a light fixture out of, we could certainly do it.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
Arrows have the lead for the first time today. Hayes comes to bat in the 5th. They'll send Herman, Harmon, and Cox to the plate. Hayes got a run in the 2nd inning on a bloop single by Dawson Harmon. Then Dalton Rankin tied it with a long home run to left in the bottom of the inning. Arrows got that run in the fourth. Hit batter, stolen base, and then the error with 2 outs by the right fielder. Brett Herman hit into a double play his first time up. That play ended up going 1-3-5. He attempted to bunt. We'll talk to you about it after this next pitch. Pitch low. Herman with runners first and second, nobody out, bunted in the air. Johnny Nash with a diving attempt couldn't come up with it. Low, 2-0. Nash was able to throw to first just in time to get the runner, Herman, and then Grant Kaufman, who thought the ball had been caught, was thrown out trying to take third. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Over a bit low, 3-1 the count. Three 3-1 to Herman. Strike 2 called. And the payoff pitch fouled it off the end of the bat. Another 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 low. The tying runs on, nobody out. Dawson Harmon is the batter. He dumped that little single off the glove of Lamar, the second baseman, in shallow right to drive home a run in the second inning. Let's see how Hayes plays this. Stretch by Nash. Round to bunt. Pitch a strike. Herman inching away over at first. 0-1 pitch. Missed the outside corner, 1-1. Eagles have a runner at first, nobody out. 1-1 to Harmon. Fouled off the mask of the home plate umpire. Bain immediately out to the mound. Give that home plate umpire a little bit of a chance to shake that off. Count a ball and 2 strikes. Nash steps off the rubber as Bain was going through the signs. Comes set. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball into the left. Ferguson draws a beat on it. He's got it. Back to first is Herman. 1 out for Remington Cox. Cox struck out swinging his first time up. Arrows lead at 2-1. We're in the top half of the 5th of this elimination ball game. Cox shows bunt, takes a strike. Sudi now comes in front of the bag at third. Bunted in the air. Bain didn't see it initially, and he can't get back there quickly enough. Ball falls behind the plate, and it's 0-2. Will Hayes keep the bunt on here with 2 strikes? Stretch. And the pitch outside. Cox was not showing bunt there. He's a youngster from their A team. Just below the knees, 2-2. Herman gets his lead at first. The 2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it on the breaking ball and fouled it off over by the on-deck hitter. Nash takes a trip behind the mound. Now back on top. And the 2-2. Low with a breaking ball, a full count. Now you've got to come after this guy right here. He's a youngster. You don't want to walk him. Armstrong, pretty good hitter coming up next. Runner goes, pitches sky to right. Finch will get there to make the play, and Herman back to first. 2 outs. Chase Armstrong, the batter. Armstrong, a grounder to the shortstop his first time up. Stretch by Nash. And his pitch, curve, a strike. One to Armstrong. Outside, throw behind the runner, and he's just back in safely. Huddleston with a swipe tag, but Herman got the hand there first. 1-1 to Armstrong. Fastball high, 2-1. Right-hander comes set, and time asked for by Armstrong. Curve in the dirt, blocked by Bain, but now a 3-1 count to the number 9 hitter. And 1 the count. Herman gets his lead. And now Nash taking too much time, and Armstrong again asks for time. Now the 3-1. Strike 2 called. Fastball on the outside corner. 3-2 out. Hayes will be able to send the base runner here. And Nash's pitch. Strike 3 call. Caught him looking, and Armstrong knew it. In the 5th for Hayes. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Ottawa 2, Hayes 1, and we're back after this. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Your locally owned abstract and title company in Franklin County is Croucher Abstract and Title. Located in the heart of downtown Ottawa, Rod Croucher and his staff are available to serve your abstract and title needs. Stop in today and see them at 324 South Main or call 785-242-3281. Croucher Abstract and Title Company is a proud supporter of area student athletes and wishes the Ottawa Arrows baseball team the best in their pursuit of a 3rd straight state championship.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Top of the Arrows order here in the fifth. Peretti, Bame, and Ferguson. Ottawa with 3 hits in the game. Hayes has just 1. Jared Peretti has popped out and sacrificed.
For Ottawa, center fielder, number 6, Jared Peretti.
Now the wind blowing in from center field. Peretti swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. That one got away from Hutchison. Breaking ball floated outside, 1-1. Fastball high and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Hutchison's only thrown 55 pitches through 4 innings. Up too high, and it's 3-1 to Peretti. Ground ball, it is a foul ball outside of third. Peretti just missed extra bases there. The count runs full. Ball 4 high. So a leadoff walk gives Ottawa an important insurance run out there at first base. Trevor Bame, the batter, walked his last time up. He's also been out trying to bunt. Bunting situation here, you would think, with Ferguson and Sudi coming up next. Third baseman Herman is even with the bag. Bame does not show bunt. The pitch way outside. Peretti inching away to a lead. Bluffs the move. Pitches high. Throw down to first. Gets away from the first baseman, but not very far. And Peretti has to stay right where he's at. It's a good decision by Jared. You've got nobody out. You've got a 2-0 count now on your batter. No sense taking a chance there. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike. And a throw to second base. He is going to be safe. Close play as Harmon's throw was right on the bag, but Peretti with a dive head first got in there. So a runner in scoring position with nobody out, 2-1 to Bame. Hit to center field. That's a long run for Murphy. He's not going to get it. It's going to one-hop all the way to the fence. Peretti's going to score. Bame into second base with a double to make it 3-1. Trevor Bame with his 29th RBI of the season, double number 12, and the Arrows have a 2-run lead. Trenton Ferguson, the batter, he has singled and lined into a double play. Bame leads away from second. The pitch. Slow breaking ball is over. Another breaking ball, strike 2 called. 2-strike pitch. Fastball outside. Boehm out at second base. I don't know if he's trying to give Ferguson a sign there or just trying to distract the pitcher. Now Hutchinson is distracted, steps off the rubber. So that brings Harmon out of his crouch, out to the mound. Arrows have a run home here in the 5th. They lead 3-1. One-two pitch. Just got a piece of it, fouled it off the end of the bat. Check of the runner. And the pitch. Fastball, he struck him out swinging. Second strikeout for Hutchinson. That was a big one, so 1 out in the inning.
Now batting for Ottawa.
Donovan Studi, the batter. He has flied out twice to center field. Pitch to Studi. Ball hit in the shallow center, and that was going to drop in for a hit. Boehm had to wait to see if that ball would fall, and he'll stop at third. So here is Dalton Rankin. Dalton, a home run to left in the second, was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 4th. And Hayes is going to play its infield in here. Hutchinson will work from the stretch. Breaking ball and a nice stop by the catcher Harmon. Outside, ball 1. Runner goes from first. The ball gets away from the catcher, and Boehm will score. And now the umpire's coming over to say something to Brian Long. Maybe Boehm did something as he crossed home plate. I honestly didn't see it. We'll credit Studi with a stolen base as he was taking off with that pitch. Boehm scoring on the wild pitch. And now a 4-1 Ottawa lead. Now the umpires, home plate umpire, saying something to the fans on the Hayes side. Two to Rankin. Fastball for a strike. Curve, strike 2 called. Studi out at second, 1 away. Hutchinson didn't like the sign, so he'll step off the rubber. Two pitch, chopper to third. Herman up with it. Slow throw, and it gets past. It doesn't get past Coffin, but he doesn't come up with it cleanly, and Rankin is safe on the air. So that puts runners at first and second. And Owen Lamar, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Third error of the ball game on Hayes. Fastball for a strike. Curve hit the shallow center. Shortstop Cox going out. Makes an over-the-shoulder catch. Nice play. So 2 outs, and the batter will be Brock Huddleston. Huddleston is grounded to second and reached on an error by the right fielder. Fastball hit the outside corner. Runners lead away from second and first. Down low with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Didn't mean to do it. Fouled it off. First base side. So 1-2 to Brock. Fastball grounded to first. Kaufman up with it. And he'll step on the bag to retire the side. Ottawa gets 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 Hayes error, and 2 left on base. We played 5. The score is Ottawa 4, Hayes 1, and we'll be back after this. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Being your local hometown chiropractic clinic for over 50 years lends itself to being a longtime supporter of the area sports teams, including the Ottawa American Legion baseball team. Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic wishes this year's squad the best as they work toward the result they want, a 3rd straight state championship. When you want results in reducing your pain and improving your overall wellness with traditional chiropractic care, call on the experienced team of Dr. Mike Hyatt and Dr. Sherry Jung at the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, 15th and Main in Ottawa, 242-4001, or visit ottawachiropractic.com.
We go to the 6th, top of the order for the Eagles. Kreitzer, Riggs, and Hutchison. Johnny Nash has thrown 88 pitches through 5 innings, so don't know if it's likely that he can complete here. Brady Kreitzer will lead things off. He's flied to right and flied to left, or center rather.
Second baseman, 21, Brady Kreitzer.
Kreitzer stands in. Nash's pitch is a strike. Breaking ball, and Kreitzer laid off it. Is outside 1-1. Down too low, 2 balls, 1 strike. That one misses outside. Now you don't want to walk the leadoff man. 3-1. And the next pitch. Ball 4 high.
Now batting for Hayes. Outfielder number 8, Trey Riggs.
That's the 5th walk issued by Nash. May out to have a word with him, and Trey Riggs will be the batter. Riggs has walked and flied to center. Stretched by the right-hander, the pitch. Fastball high. Safe lead over at first for Kreitzer. Another high fastball, 2-0. And here comes Brian Long out of the Ottawa dugout. This, I'm pretty certain, is Johnny Nash's longest outing of the season. Arrows talking things over out on the mound. Nash will stay in the ball game. Arrows leading it here in the 6th, 4-1. You've got the meat of the order coming up after this, so you definitely want to throw strikes to Trey Riggs. Stretch. 2-0 pitch. Nicely thrown on the inside corner, 2-1. Two-one delivery. Fouled it out of play. Wind now blowing pretty strongly in from center field. Stretch. And the 2-2 pitch. Curveball, strike 3 called. So Nash comes back after falling behind 2-0, and he strikes out Riggs. 1 out for Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison is 0 for 2. Hit down the left field line. That's trouble, and that ball is going to be bouncing over the fence for a ground rule double. So Hutchison turned on that pitch and doubles to left to bring the tying run to the plate in Grant Kaufman. Kaufman walked in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th. Catcher Boehm out again to have a conversation with Nash. That is just the 2nd hit for the Eagles in the ball game. Nash will work from the stretch. Infield is back. Fastball for a strike. A 1 pitch. Lined over the shortstop's head, base hit left field. Charging is Ferguson. He'll come up throwing, and the play at the plate will not be in time. 2 runs scored to make it a 4-3 ball game. The batter will be Cole Murphy. Murphy has walked and grounded out. Pitch from Nash, inside. Safe lead for Kaufman at first. Inside, 2-0. If you remember, Ottawa led Hayes 4-1 on Wednesday night. 2-0 pitch, way high. Nash takes a walk behind the mound. Stretch. 3-0 pitch. Right through there, and Murphy was taking. Line drive, past the shortstop into center field. The second Kaufman, and now the lead run is on with one out. And that will do it for Johnny Nash. The Arrows will change pitchers here in the top half of the sixth with the score. Ottawa 4 and Hayes 3. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Ready for fall sports? You know, youth soccer and flag football, adult volleyball. Just head online to orcottawaks.org. All the information you need from date, location, and schedule are there. Pick the sport you're interested in, then sign up online or at the Gobbert Building, 705 West 15th Street, Ottawa. The staff at the Ottawa Recreation Commission wish the Ottawa Arrows the best of luck in the state tournament. Bring home that third straight AAA state championship.
New Ottawa pitcher is right-handed Merrick Brown. Appearing for the third time this season, Merrick, no wins, one loss, an earned run average of 3.00. He's thrown 7 innings, allowed 11 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned. He has walked 6, and he has struck out 8. Nash responsible for the 2 base runners on. Kreitzer walked to start the inning on a 3-2 pitch. Then Riggs was called out on strikes, but Hutchison, a ground rule double to left. Kaufman drove home 2 with a single to left center. And then Murphy, the single to center field. And Hayes has the tying run in scoring position, the lead run at first base. So Brown comes in with 2 runners on. Brett Herman is the batter. He is hit into a double play and walked. Stretch by Brown. Pitch is high. Herman had squared as if to bunt. With 1 out, that's a rather odd strategy. In squaring. Pulls the bat back and takes low. Was there no pitch? No pitch. Time had been called. So now the 1-0. Butted back toward the mound. And Brown will field, throw to first in time. The runners will move up, but now 2 outs in the inning. Dawson Harmon, the batter, he has singled and flied to left. A base hit could give Hayes the lead. Brown will work from the stretch position here. Trying to wiggle out of trouble here in the 6th. Hayes has already scored 2 to pull within 1. And this pitch hits Harmon. Batter will be Remington Cox. He has struck out and flied to right.
Now that is Hayes, shortstop number 9, Remington Cox.
Cox wants to have a word with his third base coach. And when the batter wants to talk to a coach, you have to wonder if he has something in mind. Maybe a bunt or something along those lines. Stretch by Brown. And his pitch. Chopper to the shortstop. Rankin boots it, and everybody's safe, and the run scores. routine ground ball to short, and Rankin had to go off the heel of the glove, and we're tied at 4. Now Jace Armstrong will bat. Armstrong has grounded out and struck out. Outside corner fastball from Brown, strike 1. Curve down too low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hayes with 3 in the 6th has tied it up. They have the bases loaded, 2 outs. 1-1 to Armstrong. Foul back to the screen. Stretch. And the 1-2 pitch. Curveball bounced to third. Knocked down by Sudi. He'll tag the runner and retire the side. Hayes ties it up. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 Ottawa error, and 3 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Now a 4-4 tie. We're back after this. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Try explaining the way we do things in Kansas to someone from New York or Boston. They'll look at you as if you lost your mind. So why would you trust your money with a financial institution that not only doesn't understand our lifestyle, but doesn't care? Luckily for us, there's Kansas State Bank. Community people you know. Kansas State Bank can handle all your banking needs. Checking, savings, and retirement accounts, Visa check cards, and so much more. Call 785-242-3600 and talk to an authentic Kansan today. Kansas State Bank, proud supporter of Ottawa American Legion Baseball as the Arrows head for their 3rd straight AAA state championship.
Tie ball game as we move to the bottom of the 6th. Grant Maxwell will lead it off for Ottawa, then Keegan Finch and Jared Peretti. Well, Ottawa's infield defense has not been particularly good this summer. And not to knock Dalton Rankin, but, boy, you've just got to make those types of plays. Now the Arrows want to get the offense going again. They have 5 hits in the ball game. Palmer Hutchison has thrown 82 pitches through 5 innings, so he still has some pitches to give. Grant Maxwell, the leadoff man, he has flied to right and walked. Curveball for a strike. Outside, 1-1. Another curve hits the inside corner, 1-2 to Maxwell. Ground ball past the mound. Kreitzer fields near the bag at second. Throw is past the first baseman, and Maxwell is safe. Well, the same thing holds true for the other side. You've got to make those plays. Kreitzer to his right had plenty of time, just made a low throw. So the Arrows had the lead run on. Keegan Finch is the batter. Keegan has singled and bounced into a fielder's choice. See if he's asked to bunt here. It's around to bunt, takes a strike. Maxwell safe lead at first. Finch takes high. He showed bunt, pulled the bat back. Foul back to the screen. It's 1-2. Stretch by Hutchison. 1-2 pitch. Popped it up. Maybe playable. Harmon has a look, but it will drift into the stands. Four tie in the bottom of the sixth. Winner moves on. The loser goes home. Stretch. Pitch. Fastball is high. 2-2 to Finch. Curve, grounded sharply to third. Herman is up with it, throws to second, out at second, and Kreitzer couldn't get the ball out of the glove. And there's no throw to first.
Now batting for Ottawa.
So Hayes gets the force, 1 out in the inning. Jared Perenni will be the batter. Jared is 0 for 1 rather, with a walk and a sacrifice. He has scored a run. He stole his 37th base his last time up. Ball's hit to center field. Murphy on the run. He will make the catch. Perenni hit it on the button, but Murphy was able to run it down. 2 outs.
Now batting for Ottawa, the catcher.
Now Trevor Boehm, who doubled the center to drive home run his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Pinchot lead over at first. Curve is fouled off by Boehm, strike 1. He waited on that pitch well, but didn't get much bat on the ball. Stretch by Hutchison. A 1 pitch. Down low. Slow curve, bounce up the third base line, but veering off foul. Finch back to first. 1-2 now to Boehm. Trevor trying to stretch out that right foot. Now back in the box. Fastball is hit to center field and caught by Murphy to retire the side. Arrows hit a couple of balls hard but have nothing to show for it. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left. We'll go to the 7th. Ottawa 4, Hayes 4, and we'll return after this. This is Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Being your local hometown chiropractic clinic for over 50 years lends itself to being a longtime supporter of the area sports teams, including the Ottawa American Legion baseball team. Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic wishes this year's squad the best as they work toward the result they want, a 3rd straight state championship. When you want results in reducing your pain and improving your overall wellness with traditional chiropractic care, call on the experienced team of Dr. Mike Hyatt and Dr. Sherry Jung at the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, 15th and Main in Ottawa, 242-4001, or visit ottawachiropractic.com.
Top of the order for Hayes here in the top of the 7th. Kreitzer, Riggs, and Hutchison. Eric Brown on in relief. Line on Johnny Nash is complete. Johnny goes 5 1/3. He allows 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. He walked 5 and struck out 4. Great Bend awaits the winner of this ball game. Named the catcher, the last batter of the inning. Still over there putting the equipment on. Arrows will try to keep this thing tied and try to walk it off in the bottom of the seventh, but that top of the Hayes order is very difficult. And there's Boehm out of the dugout. And Brady Kreitzer will stand in. He walked and scored his last time up. He's 0 for 2.
Leading off the top of for Hayes, second baseman, Brady Kreitzer.
So Brown will work from the stretch with nobody on base. The pitch is down low. Line drive, foul past third. Kreitzer turned on that ball and almost had himself extra bases. One pitch. Breaking ball hit the inside corner, 1-2. Up over the head of Kreitzer, 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Popped it foul out of play. Kreitzer waits. Round set. And his pitch. Fly ball to right. That's a long run for Finch, but he'll get there near the line to make the catch. One down. Now Trey Riggs. Riggs 0 for 2 with a walk.
Right. I bring the plate for Hayes. Trey Riggs.
4-4 tie here in the top of the seventh. One out, nobody on. Brown's pitch is down to the dirt. One 0 to Riggs. Breaking ball low, 2-0. Strike at the knees. Aim through the signs. 2-1 pitch. Just above the letters. 3 balls, 1 strike. One pitch is low, and the lead run is on. Batter Palmer Hutchison hit a ground rule double to left his last time up. He's also grounded out and flied out, and Brian Long comes out of the Ottawa dugout. So Ottawa having a conference meeting on the mound. Hayes scored a run in the second. Ottawa tied it up on a Rankin home run in their half of the inning. Then the Arrows got a run in the fourth, an unearned run. Picked up a couple more in the fifth to lead 4-1, but then Hayes got 3 in their half of the sixth. Hutchison will stand in. Dangerous hitter. Stretch. And Brown's pitch. Over but low. Arrows infield looking for a double play ball. Down low, 2 balls, no strikes. Popped it up, foul, and will drift out of play. Hutchison takes a walk outside the box. Riggs over at first, 1 out. The 2-1 pitch to Hutchison. Curve, strike 2 called. Eric Brown looking in for a sign, shaking off signs. And now time is called. It appears Merrick has an idea in mind. Here's the stretch. And the 2-2 pitch. Fouled it off. Came after him with a fastball, and Hutchison fouls it away. Brown's next pitch. Curveball, chopped to third. Sudi will play to first base. And a low throw, and Huddleston can't dig it out. Sudi kind of short-armed that throw. Huddleston just couldn't dig it out, so runners at first and second for Grant Kaufman. Kaufman, a 2-run single his last time up. He's also walked and struck out. Stretch. Pitch to Kaufman. Fouled out of play. Riggs at second, Hutchison at first, 1 away. Outside, 1-1. Brown's next pitch. Hit the left down the line. Ferguson near the line, under it, makes the play, 2 down. Brown kind of jammed Kaufman. He didn't get much on it. Here's Cole Murphy, who is singled and walked. 1 for 2 officially. Pitch. Curve for a strike. Brown steps off the rubber. Looking in for a sign. 0-1 delivery. Strike two with a fastball. Two strikes to Murphy. Long look at second, the pitch. Outside with a breaking ball. A ball and two strikes. Two runners on, two out. 4-4, top of the seventh. High curveball, 2-2. Brown looks at second, comes to the plate. Line foul, right field line. Bain with a word for Brown. Two catchers by trade, talking things over. Riggs leads away from second. Hutchison from first. And another 2-2 pitch. Line into right center field. It's going to drop for a hit. Riggs will score. The throw comes to third base, and it'll have the man trapped. Hutchison tagged out, and that ends the inning. But Hayes takes the lead. They get one run, one hit, one big Ottawa error, and one left on base. Ottawa comes to bat in the bottom of the seventh, needing a run to tie, two to win. And we're back after this. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Ready for fall sports? You know, youth soccer and flag football, adult volleyball. Just head online to orcottawaks.org. All the information you need from date, location, and schedule are there. Pick the sport you're interested in, then sign up online or at the Goppert Building, 705 West 15th Street, Ottawa. The staff at the Ottawa Recreation Commission wish the Ottawa Arrows the best of luck in the state tournament. Bring home that third straight AAA state championship.
So the Arrows come to bat here in the bottom of the seventh, down one. Beat of the order, Ferguson, Sudi, and Rankin. The Arrows defense has betrayed them here in this last couple of innings. Let's see if the offense can bail them out. Palmer Hutchison with 97 pitches. He would most likely be able to finish this ball game. Trenton Ferguson will lead things off. Trenton is 1 for 3, a single back in the first inning. Line by Hutchison, pitch to Ferguson. Curveball, grounded, base hit left field. So a good start for the Arrows. Hutchison hung that curve, and Ferguson grounds it past the shortstop. Now Donovan Sudi singled the center his last time up, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Stretch by Hutchison. Pitch to Sudi. Fastball high. curve, bends in there, strike called. The 1-1 pitch. Grounder to short, knocked down, play to second base. They get the out there, and that's all they'll get. Cox with a nice play to his right to knock it down and had enough time to throw out Ferguson. One away. Now Dalton Rankin. Dalton has homered, been hit by a pitch, and reached on an error. Pitch to Dalton. Low with a breaking ball. Arrows giving up a little bit as far as base running with Sudi out there at first. There's a curve inside, 2-0. Stretch, the 2-0 pitch. Fastball is low. Three balls, no strikes. Hutchison takes a little stroll behind the mound. Ball, strike called outside corner. Now 3-1. Strike two with a fastball and the count full. Rankin back in. And the 3-2 pitch. Fouled it off his foot. Harmon, the catcher, going out to have a quick chat with the pitcher to allow Rankin a chance to walk that off. That's good sportsmanship there. Still a full count with a runner at first, one out. Ottawa down a run here in the bottom of the seventh. Hit a mile down the left field line, but never fair. Rankin way out in front of that one. So we'll have to do it again. Stretch. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Ball four high. Two runners on with one out. The batter is Owen Lamar. And here comes the Hayes coach. So Hayes will meet on the mound here. Tying run at second base, the winning run at first. Hayes got a run, an unearned run in the top of the inning on an RBI single by Cole Murphy. Arrows trying to answer here in the bottom half of the seventh. Lamar is 0 for 3, has popped out twice and struck out. Stretch by Hutchison, and his pitch. Breaking ball high. One-0. Ground ball to second. That might be two. Second base out there. Back to first. High throw. And safe is Lamar. And the game's still alive. That probably should have been a double play right there. So runners now at the corners for Brock Huddleston. Brock in the game is 0 for 3. Zudi out at third base. Lamar at first. Pitch to Huddleston. Line into right field on the run. It's going to close the gap. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Lamar around third. He's not trying to score, and he will. And the Arrows win it. Brock Huddleston lines a double to right center, and the Ottawa Arrows with 2 in the 7th win it 6-5. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. The final, Ottawa 6, Hayes 5, and we're back with the Advantage Electric postgame show after this. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Electricity. Where would we be without it? Yeah, in the dark. But Advantage Electric is there to light up your world. Whether it's service or repair, you'll always get a free estimate and a friendly technician. Here's Advantage Electric owner Eric Crowley.
What we enjoy is working with people in our community because we see them everywhere we go. It's not like, we go to your house and we take care of your electrical issue and then we don't talk to you or see you ever again. So it's a personal connection that we have with you.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218. Your locally owned abstract and title company in Franklin County is Croucher Abstract and Title. Located in the heart of downtown Ottawa, Rod Croucher and his staff are available to serve your abstract and title needs. Stop in today and see them at 324 South Main or call 785-242-3281. Croucher Abstract and Title Company is a proud supporter of area student athletes and wishes the Ottawa Arrows baseball team the best in their pursuit of a 3rd straight state championship.
From work life to nightlife, from home to the road, your day can take you anywhere. These fast-paced times call for Wrangler Advanced Comfort jeans. Advanced Comfort is designed to keep up with you, no matter where you go or what you're doing. They're made with 20% stronger denim and 4-way flex technology that moves with you. Wrangler Advanced Comfort. Go anywhere, look great, and be comfortable. Wrangler Advanced Comfort jeans. Try on a pair today.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway, we'll take you wherever you go.
Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Being your local hometown chiropractic clinic for over 50 years lends itself to being a longtime supporter of the area sports teams, including the Ottawa American Legion baseball team. Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic wishes this year's squad the best as they work toward the result they want, a 3rd straight state championship. When you want results in reducing your pain and improving your overall wellness with traditional chiropractic care, call on the experienced team of Dr. Mike Hyatt and Dr. Sherry Jung at the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, 15th and Main in Ottawa, 242-4001, or visit ottawachiropractic.com.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Well, the Arrows come up with 2 in the bottom of the 7th and beat Hayes 6-5. Quite a ball game. Hayes jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the 2nd, an RBI single by Dawson Harmon. Ottawa tied it in their half of the inning on a home run by Dalton Rankin, his 3rd of the year. Then the Arrows got a run in the 4th, scoring on a 2-out error. Got 2 more in the 5th. Trevor Boehm doubled home run, came around to score on a wild pitch. But then Hayes got 3 to tie it in the 6th, and another one in the 7th to take the lead. But Ottawa got a 2-run, 2-out double by Brock Huddleston to pick up the win, 6-5. We'll send it back for a quick break and be back with the final line score of this ball game. You're listening to the Advantage Electric postgame show on KOFO.
Whether you're building or remodeling, you want your project to be unique to you. Eric Crowley of Advantage Electric can help.
Something recently we've started is custom lighting. Making custom lights, I've noticed it's a new trend. Not everybody wants the big, box light fixtures that you can buy. Everybody's looking for something eclectic nowadays and new and a conversation piece.
Your ideas come to life.
Anything and everything that you could think of that you could possibly make a light fixture out of, we could certainly do it.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
Try explaining the way we do things in Kansas to someone from New York or Boston, and they'll look at you as if you lost your mind. So why would you trust your money with a financial institution that not only doesn't understand our lifestyle, but doesn't care? Luckily for us, there's Kansas State Bank. Community people you know. Kansas State Bank can handle all your banking needs. Checking, savings, and retirement accounts, Visa check cards, and so much more. Call 785-242-3600 and talk to an authentic Kansan today. Kansas State Bank, proud supporter of Ottawa American Legion Baseball as the Arrows head for their third straight AAA state championship.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway, we'll take you wherever you go.
Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
The key to success? Keep it simple, especially when it comes to hiring. And nobody makes it easier than Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes. Set up screener questions. Manage your candidates from one dashboard. According to an independent study, 5 times more hires are made through Indeed than any other job site. New users claim your $50 credit to post a sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Arrows move into the championship game of this AAA state baseball tournament, 6-5 over Hayes, scoring 2 in the bottom of the 7th. That game will get started here in about 30 minutes from now. Line score in this one, Ottawa 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and 8 left on base. For Hayes, 5 runs, 5 hits, 4 errors, 6 left. Merrick Brown, the winning pitcher, he's 1-1. And the losing pitcher for Hayes was Palmer Hutchison. So the Arrows will play Great Bend coming up here in just a little bit. Keep your radios tuned to KOFO. We'll be right back here at Harvey Drake Field with the action for you. 6-5 the final. Arrows beat the Hayes Eagles. And this is Gary Bateman saying so long for now from Orlis Cox Sports Complex.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball from the AAA State Tournament in Ottawa. Brought to you by Kansas State Bank, Ottawa Recreation Commission, Croucher Abstract and Title, Wise Guys Construction, and the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
News, weather, sports, and the best country all day long. 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.